This is the A4MTK19ScKK. It's a mouthful for a name, but that is kind of not the point. It is a TNC 9 era technology demonstrator. It has just about all of the bells and whistles that would really define the avionics and generation of aircraft around TNC 9. This thing has basically everything the A4MTK15 and 16 would have, at least for test that exact tech. That being said, it's very complex, and it was built off the last A4MTK19, the KK variant, which was in the last Trailmakers video I did. This kind of evolves upon it. It has countermeasures, physical countermeasures, and it rips the fuel pylons off, enhances some of the tail features, of course keeping the thrust vectoring, and of course the main thing is high-angle canards. With high-angle canards, air brake, physical countermeasures, the better avionics, a lot of the stuff you see on this thing is on the latest generation A4Ms. And basically the last generation A4Ms by that extension. It's definitely not the most stable of them all. It was probably going to test jitter, except jitter as a G limiter isn't very suitable for the doctrine of the terrors being first turn, one only turn. So this thing is fast until you start maneuvering, and then it's very, very agile, like that. Thrust vectoring is kind of necessary for a lot of your quick action stability, a lot of your, basically it is your stability when you're maneuvering. It allows you to quickly correct the direction of your aircraft, and with the big canards that have great high angles, you can turn on a dime and kind of stabilize yourself with them. The air brake is definitely a heavy TK19 air brake because of the dorsal spine's enlargement on the TK19. It's able to field an air brake with it, and a lot of the logic is actually within that enlarged dorsal spine and cockpit, meaning the previous issue of... Wow, now that's broken. Okay. The previous issue of not really having much place to put anything, at least in the TK15 for logic, they had to go with the engines and the nacelles. That's kind of fixed by the big dorsal spine. This thing is still, although advanced in everything, a technology demonstrator at the most. It's not really a fighting aircraft. In TNC 9 era, if you play TNC 9 era budget games, you can still play with this thing. It'll probably be one of the more expensive terrors you can ever play with, but for what it's worth, it looks cool. And it is cool. It's very cool. And it has a lot of advanced systems. It does have a fixed up arrestor hook, but that arrestor hook is currently glitched in the aircraft. There it is. It really only fixes everything by adding a slope in there. That way it doesn't glitch into the rearmost of the spine of this aircraft. And that's just about it. That is pretty much the TK19ScKK. It's a terror tech demonstrator. That's the big thing about it. It looks cool. It is cool. And it'll always be cool. I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. I made this video mostly to show it off, and this is it being shown off. It's pretty awe-inspiring how advanced this is. This is just the TNC 9 era for you. Incredibly, incredibly advanced. It doesn't have ECM or any of the cool stuff like that, so it isn't exactly invisible to being used in a TNC, your Trailmakers naval campaign. So in campaigns, it's not sneaky, but I mean, it doesn't really need to be sneaky. It's an ASF at heart, so have fun in dogfights. It can rate fight pretty dang well, at least for a first turn fighter. It can rate fight, and you can, if you gently tap the controls, it can work pretty well for its time and age. Yeah, have fun. Oh wow, if you ever get to use it. That's the A4MTK19ScKK for you.